Hey, what is going on, everybody? Boilon here, back for another video on Marvel Mystic Mayhem. Happy Tuesday, and my apologies for not getting a ton of videos out over the last couple of days. I did take a little bit of holiday time, which is very hard to do as a YouTuber, but I did take a couple of days off. So today we have a little bit of a recap of sorts because we have the Asgard update coming on Thursday. We have a few new details about what's going on. We also have the kit to Loki in a showcase video that they released that I want to cover and talk about whether or not we should care about him or not. And the only reason why I say that, and I think I've discussed this in probably a handful of my videos, is what do we really need new characters for right now? I'm having a lot of fun, by the way, using the Fantastic Four with Reed. So I did unlock him if you follow the channel that I did pull, and I did get him unlocked early, and then I was able to get his highlight. And so I've been having a lot of fun using him with Human Torch and Thing, and also in PvP and Bifrost Brawl. I'm not saying I'm an expert by any means, but by doing Bifrost Brawl, I have been doing this with Thing, Juggernaut, and Reed. And the reason for that is I don't have Sue. And the reason for this is by using a double tank. The problem I was having was that when Thing tanks by himself, he ends up dying when all three of them are attacking. And so Juggernaut kind of splits the damage a little bit. And I do enjoy that. And as soon as Thing gets to his ult, after Reed does his, it's game over. At least that's how my matches play out. Again, I'm not like super hardcore into PvP, but I just wanted to share what my experiences were. I hope that they bring new stuff in order to actually, use these characters. And so we'll find out whether or not Thursday brings more content for us to be able to use all of these different characters in, because, my reset is finished. So these are my top 9 characters, I guess, that I did end up, I reset Dream Queen, and then I did bring her back. So they did finally put the mana back in, right? We didn't really discuss this too much because I've been away. But they did finally put the mana officially back into the kit, and they fixed that. So that's great. And I leveled her back up. I reset my Storm temporarily. Maybe I'll go back and level her up, but if depends on what kind of content Surtur the next Nightfall, or presumably Nightfall, is going to be. But these are the 9 that I'm currently using, which I should be able to do most of the content with. The only one that maybe I might gear up again would be Storm, because I do like her. Anyways, we're going to be talking about the Loki kit, so let's boil this down. Oh, wrong scene, sorry. As a reminder that this is the version 1.1 update, the fate of Asgard, right? And so we're going to get, zoom out, the new uniform for Angela. We have Loki. We have the new Sanctum appearance. But I don't know, just some aesthetic stuff. I'm assuming Surtur as the new boss, and a new storyline, which says down here, which is meant to be just a story chapter, right? There's a few other new things as well. This is the image for Surtur. So I'm really hoping this is just it looks like a Nightfall boss, right? It's a big guy. I hope it's not like the eyeball where we're having to destroy the 2 hands and then destroy. I hope it's a little bit more complex than that. It's just when I saw the fists, I was like, that looks like something where they'd make us attack the 2 hands. But anyways, I hope not. And that's Loki in the middle down there. So I'm looking forward to this, and this should be going live on Thursday as well. This is of course, the costume there for Angela. I'm not a big user of her, so let me know actually if you are and how you like her. I guess I was never a super big fan of her compared to some of the other kind of tanky type characters, but maybe I just didn't give her give her a big enough shot. And so they had some updates. They talked about the Superflow challenge updates and what that's going to look like as well. So the original Superflow challenge stage will remain, as I actually didn't know that this was actually the Superflow stuff. Like, I had no idea that this was that's in the game right now. Like, that's actually, it doesn't say Superflow, so I didn't really know that's what it was called unless I didn't read it properly. But these 18 are going to be permanent, and then we're going to go move into some other ones that they're going to be talking about here. That there's going to be basically rotation of challenge stages every new version. And I'm pretty sure that they said that versions were only going to be every 6 weeks in the Road Ahead blog, but now I'm starting to wonder whether or not that's actually true or not. And I'm kind of lost, actually. I don't remember how many weeks this is really supposed to be. But anyways, they also have a couple of other pages that we're going to look at. as far as an overview of this. So you do not unlock the new you can see in the picture, Superflow Challenge Normal. You do not unlock this until you're level 60. It does say, 6 weeks. There we go. Version stages last for 6 weeks and are released in 2. Okay, so I guess normal mode and hard mode. New version challenge buff to enhance strategic depths and challenge experience. And original mission interface and talent interface will be removed and replaced with a brand new buff interface, which you can see down below here. As the version progresses, players will gradually unlock buffs. Each stage offers 2 buff options, and players must choose one to activate. The selected buff will apply globally. Every choice will impact future battles, so plan your tactics wisely and develop the optimal strategy to clear stages. Okay, the picture is in German, which is funny because I'm actually living in Germany, but I can't really make that out. Aufgeben. Schließen Sie aufgeben. Yeah, why is it in German? Out of like that's so strange. Anyways, that's that one, and then we have this let's zoom in a bit. Superflow Challenge Stage Mode Optimization. New reset challenge feature. After successfully clearing a stage, a reset button will appear in the upper right corner. Click it to reset the current stage and start the challenge again, helping you aim for a full star clear or try out more team combos. Now, what's interesting about this picture here is it basically indicates that you're going to need 6 characters, or at least 2 teams of 3, to be able to clear certain missions. Optimize mid-challenge exit logic. If you exit the game during a stage challenge, if the battle hasn't started or all attempts have failed, if you've completed a 1 battle, a pop-up will confirm whether to keep your current progress. New multi-team challenge mode. So a brand new battle mode is here. Challenge strategies leveled up again. Multiplayer queue challenge rules. Each stage consists of 2 battles. Players can freely choose the order in which to challenge them. Each hero can only be used once. Heroes used in the first battle will be unavailable for the second. So you're basically going to need 2 independent teams of 3 that are good, that can clear content, right? So that's going to be really interesting. There are no restrictions on using highlights and artifacts, so you can swap. I'm pretty sure that's what that means, which is great because I do use my Scarlet Witch highlight between a few characters and some of the unique artifacts as well that sometimes I share, depending on what content I'm doing. Both battles share the 3-star completion requirements. You must achieve all objectives across both battles to unlock the 3-star reward. So this sounds fun. Build your team wisely, allocate resources carefully. That being said, I mean, this is basically content for 6 characters. And that's where it goes back to like what we were talking about before, right? Where like, yeah, I have 9 characters, so maybe not everyone has 9, but you will need at least 6. So for me, that would be like, say, the Fantastic 3, because that's what they are, the Fantastic 3 now. And then I would be like something like Dream Queen with Thor and Scarlet Witch, or Echo and Scarlet Witch, right? Depending on what damage characters I need, and maybe Juggernaut if I happen to need a tank, right? And so I do have a consistent, like 2 support characters between Dream Queen and Reed, and then I have 2 full sets of DPS characters for content. So I'm looking forward to doing this kind of like 6-man challenge content. So that does seem like fun. Now I want to talk about the Loki kit, because that was actually kind of revealed in a little bit of a clip here that I want to share with you guys, and it kind of gives us an idea about what to expect with the character kit, who, by the way, is a controller, special damage, and what was this class again? Sorry, there was the it was this energy. I think he was energy, right? I don't believe that he was mystic arts. I think he was energy, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's cosmic. Actually, it could be one of the 2. Crap, but he is a controller, so he's of the same class as Dream Queen and of the same class as Sue, which I'm not surprised because that's very Loki-esque. But anyways, let's take a look at the video clip here. So this was that was posted online. So we can get some early details of Loki here. We can kind of take a look at some of the kits. We'll slow it down a bit. So his appearance looks pretty cool. Question is, will I be pulling for him? Well, I haven't decided yet, honestly. That is going to be on Thursday. So he does have like some sort of mirror image summon that also taunts. So you can kind of see that on the screen there. He summons that, and it does taunt characters. So he's a controller that can taunt. Also some AoE damage here. You can see like a circle here, which seems to be pretty large because I hit all 5 of them as far as like where it did that. So that was pretty nice. So the question is, he's kind of filling multiple roles here, right? Because it's basically that you don't need to have a tank if the images are going to do that. And then his ultimate move here, which I'm just seeing this for the first time, honestly. What the hell was that? Okay, some sort of conal attack, or in some sort of directional attack. That's what it looked like. What? Oh, sorry guys. Looks like an ice giant thing. Oh, he turned into an ice giant over here. That's what it looked like. But the damage... Oh, there's a freeze mechanic. Okay, is that new? Yeah, Storm doesn't have a freeze mechanic, right? So this might be a brand new debuff, so I'm not entirely sure what that's going to be. And then it attacked again. Okay, the Harbinger of Ragnarok is the name of the ultimate, some sort of special damage frost debuff kind of move, right? And you can see in the background, actually, what's interesting is that you can see that there are special enemies for the Asgard update as well. So very Asgardian kind of, I guess that's what they are, right? Asgardian enemies. So that's kind of interesting. And oh, it's a deep. Oh, what we did see right there, right now, is that one of his skills, which is probably the damage skill, is a mana cost of 2. I wasn't actually paying attention to the bottom corner if it did. There's a buff there, but I mean, I was looking at the 3. There's a 3 as well, so there's 2, maybe 1 for the summon, which I guess is that, right? So 3 mana cost and a 2 mana cost, and then his ultimate, which is actually considered to be a buff, which we don't know the full details of. I guess he puts this armor on, and then he does some additional stuff. So we don't fully know the details of that, but that is Loki. So the question for me is going to be, am I going to pull for him? I don't know. I was going to pull. So I was thinking of pulling for Sue. I've heard a lot of broken stuff about her in PvP, and then it made me wonder whether or not I was going to do that myself. Could I do it? Could I hit 80? I'm not sure. So I could go to 60 right now keys. That would bring me 20 short of the highlight or the mercy or whatever, right? It would be nice to actually get more shards for Human Torch because he is focused in that. But then what I would have to do to further supplement that is I would have to go to my converter, and all the Dream Sand that I currently have, I would have to convert to Great Keys. I think that's like an extra 15 that I currently have right now. 80, 16, maybe 16 Great Keys. So I could almost hit my 80 again, but then I would be absolutely bankrupt. And so I haven't decided, because Sue is going to be around for another, I think she's available for a little while longer. Yeah, so she will be simultaneously out with Loki, and I think I'm going to have to decide whether or not I want Sue or if I want Loki. And I mean, the thing about this game is that as far as free, and I'm not free to play. I'm light spending, but I'm not like hardcore wailing out. And the thing about this game is that I still feel, and I brought this up in other videos, I still feel that their key economy is a bit on the low side. We're looking at about 2.5 months, mostly for free to play players, to like get 80 keys to do one of these exchanges, which is not great. What I have been doing is I was buying the 5 keys for $5. I use my emulator to do this, but in here, I believe it is, because I've already bought it, right? So the 5 for $5 is what I've been doing for that. I bought a couple of them, and that's about it. I'm not willing to really buy anything else in the store at this point in time. The rest of them are not very good deals, if you ask me. So I've just been saving up that way and seeing, how much fun that I'm going to be extracting from this game. I'm not willing to spend tons of money, but I'm willing to do some light spending here and there just to see what happens with this game. And going forward, I haven't just, we'll see. If I do end up pulling for Loki on Thursday, if I do have the 80 keys by then, I'll do a video about it. And I'll probably be talking about it anyways with regards to the kit and what kind of value I think the character has for the current game mode for the update when it comes out on Thursday. So there'll be more videos then as well. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. That's going to be it for now, and I'll see you guys all on the next video. And if you like this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and you'll be greatly helping out the channel. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys on the next one.